Hello, my name is Paola. I'm Italian and I'm a student of photography. This is my friend David.
Hi, I'm a journalist. I'm from Bath, but I'm here with Paola in London. We're at the top of St. Paul's Cathedral in the centre of the city. Come on. And no, Paola, an English one.
But that's very difficult.
Okay, Italian for you, English for me.
Okay.
Two newspapers and an A to Z, please.
What's that?
It's a map of London in a book.
It's £4.45, please. 55p change, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Adult single?
Please select a destination.
Tower Hill.
Oh, that's expensive, isn't it?
Well, this is London.
London Bridge.
It isn't London Bridge, it's Tower Bridge.
Well, I don't know. I'm only a tourist.
Come on, I want a coffee.
Okay, good idea.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Can I have a tuna sandwich, please? And a cappuccino.
A chicken sandwich, please.
Chicken sandwich, anything to drink?
A cup of tea.
Thank you. Chicken sandwich. Tea. Tuna sandwich. Cappuccino.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it nice?
It's okay. But it is Italian coffee.
How much is that?
What time's the next boat?
1 o'clock.
To Charing Cross.
Single or return?
For me a return, for him a single. No, 2 returns.
That's £5, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure it overflows into another beaker. When it stops overflowing, put your measuring cylinder underneath like that.
Ian Wright is a school teacher. He teaches science at a school in Sussex in the south of England. He teaches 5 days a week and he likes his job. But in his free time, Ian has another job. He's a train driver. This is the Bluebell Railway. It's a private railway. They only have old steam engines here and beautiful old carriages. About 500 people work here. They work here in their free time, not for money, but because they love the old trains. Ian Wright works here at weekends.
Weekends, I get up at 5:30. I have breakfast and then I drive from my home at Stenning to the station. It takes about 45 minutes. I arrive at the station at 7 o'clock. I meet my fireman, Russell. He cleans the engine and lights the fire. I check all the controls. The fire heats the water and makes steam. It takes 2 or 3 hours to make enough steam to drive the engine.
How old are the engines, Ian?
Very old. This one's 120 years old.
How much does it cost to mend an engine like this?
Thousands of pounds.
Where does the money come from?
From the passengers.
How long does it take?
About 10 years.
And then you drive them?
Exactly, and we drive them.
Is this your engine today?
It is. It's called Baxter. It's a tank engine.
How old is it?
115.
Does it go very fast?
No, it travels at about 30 kilometers per hour.
Ian, is it easy to drive a steam engine?
No, it isn't. It's very difficult. It takes a long time to learn.
What are these controls?
There is the brake. It stops the train. This blows the whistle. This makes the train go faster. And in there is the fire.
Whoa, that's hot! Over 250,000 passengers travel on the Bluebell Railway every year. They go from Sheffield Park Station to Horsted Keynes and back again. That's about 14 kilometres. The journey there and back takes an hour. The tickets cost £3 for a single and £6 for a return. Driving trains.
I love the power and the noise of the engine and the smell. I think old trains are very beautiful and very romantic.
Hello, David.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thanks for coming. Hello.
Hello.
Come through. Fee?
Hi, Fee. This is Paola, my friend from Italy. This is John, an old school friend.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
And Fiona.
Hello. Hello. Can I take your coats?
Oh, thanks very much. Can I get you another drink, Paola?
Yes, another mineral water, please.
A beer for you, David?
Please.
Where are you from, Paola?
Rome.
Oh, I love Rome.
Yes, it's very beautiful, but sometimes it is too busy. I don't like the traffic.
What do you do there?
I'm a student. I study photography, but in Bologna, not in Rome.
Really? How interesting.
Paola's very nice.
Yes, she is. I like her a lot.
Her English is good too.
That's because I'm a good teacher, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, she studies a lot.
What do you do, Fiona?
I'm a teacher in a primary school.
Do you enjoy it?
Well, yes, I do. It's hard work, but the holiday's nice and long.
What does John do?
He's a civil engineer.
Sorry?
He builds roads and bridges.
Ah, I understand. Thank you for a lovely evening.
Not at all. It's very nice to meet you.
See you both on Saturday at the pub. 12:30? Don't forget.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Every day, over 1,000 aircraft take off or land here at Heathrow, the world's busiest international airport. These aircraft carry over 100,000 people to and from 85 countries. But it wasn't always like this.
The first people to fly across the Atlantic were Alcock and Brown in 1919.
Planes were small and slow then. They were also cold, uncomfortable, noisy, and sometimes dangerous. And they couldn't fly at night.
By the Second World War, planes could fly to any country in the world, but there weren't many passenger airports, only military airports. At that time, Heathrow was a small village in the country, with fields all around, but only 15 miles from the centre of London. The fields were flat and open, just right for planes to take off and land. Heathrow Airport opened on the 1st of January 1946.
At first it was small, and there weren't any buildings, just tents for the customs. Plane tickets were very expensive, so only rich people could travel by air.
By 1950, Heathrow was the busiest airport in Europe. There were new jets, which were fast, safe and comfortable, and more people could buy plane tickets. In 1955, 2.6 million passengers used Heathrow. In 1965, there were 10.6 million passengers. By 1980, there were 27 million.
Now, over 42 million passengers use Heathrow every year. They can fly to over 200 destinations, and they take 57 million pieces of luggage with them. So, Heathrow Airport is a very busy place. 54,000 people work here. There are 4 terminals open 24 hours a day. Planes can't take off or land between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m, but the airport stays open. It's a city that never sleeps. This is one of the airport's duty-free shops. Here you can buy spirits, perfumes and cigarettes tax-free. So, how much do people buy? Well, every year these shops sell 1.3 million bottles of perfume, 4 million bottles of alcohol, 12 million cigars, and guess how many cigarettes? 539 million. Ah, fresh air. But of course the air isn't very fresh around here. These planes burn kerosene, lots of kerosene. Every year, planes at Heathrow use about 3 billion litres of fuel. At least kerosene is lead-free. I'm now on one of the passenger aircraft that use Heathrow every day. This is the flight deck of a Boeing 747, a jumbo jet. The plane is nearly 70 metres long and carries 450 passengers. It can fly at 1,000 kilometres an hour at a height of 13,000 metres. These planes can fly non-stop from London to Tokyo. So, let's go. But of course, this is only a flight simulator where pilots learn to fly. Enjoy your next flight.
Get some money.
Okay, let's find a bank.
Excuse me, is there a bank near here?
Yes, there's one in Milsom Street, opposite the big department store.
Where's Milsom Street?
Take the first left and the second right.
And it is opposite the department store?
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Well done.
That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye. Can I change these traveller's checks, please?
Certainly. Oh, please sign them.
Sorry, what does a sign mean?
It means to write your name, your signature.
Okay.
That's £100. Can I see your passport, please?
I can't find it. It was in my bag.
Look in your pockets. Check your bag again.
Here it is.
Come on, Paola, wake up.
That's fine.
Can I see it?
No, you can't.
How would you like your cash, in 10s or 20s?
20s, please.
That's 20, 40, 60, 80, £100. And there's your receipt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. I can buy those jeans now.
to be? To be or not to be?
To be or not to be? That is the question. Those words come from Hamlet, a play that William Shakespeare wrote in 1603. Shakespeare is the most famous British playwright in history. People know his name in almost every country in the world. But who exactly was William Shakespeare? That is the question. Shakespeare was born in this house in Stratford-upon-Avon on the 23rd of April, 1564. Families were big in those days. William had 7 brothers and sisters. But his parents weren't poor. His father, John Shakespeare, was a successful businessman who bought and sold leather and wool. His mother was the daughter of a rich farmer. Young William went to school here. William sat at a desk like this. He learnt Latin and studied the literature of ancient Rome. But he was probably more interested in the groups of actors who travelled from town to town and put on plays in schools, churches, halls and public houses. These plays were very popular, and William probably went to see them after school. When Shakespeare left school, he went to work for his father, but soon after he met and fell in love with Anne Hathaway, the daughter of a farmer who lived here in this cottage. They got married in December 1582, and just 5 months later, their first daughter, Susanna, was born. William was 18, Anne was 25. What did Shakespeare do for the next 10 years? We don't know exactly. We don't know why he gave up a good job in his father's business and moved to London. We don't know exactly when or why he became an actor and playwright. All we know is that in 1592 he wrote his first play. After that, his plays became popular very quickly, and he made a lot of money. "400 years ago, Shakespeare built a theatre, the Globe, here in the centre of London. It was one of London's first theatres. This is the new Globe Theatre. It will be exactly like Shakespeare's theatre. It was round and had no roof over the centre, like the theatres of ancient Rome. Okay in Rome, not such a good idea in cold, rainy London. The people of London loved going to the theatre. The Globe could hold 3,000 people. Some people sat to watch the plays. Others stood in the middle, in front of the stage. The audience were usually noisy, often clapping and cheering and shouting to the actors. And there were only actors, no actresses. Young boys played the parts of women. It often rained in London then too, and everyone got very wet. In 1610, after about 25 years in London, Shakespeare came back here to Stratford. He was rich and he had a big house where he enjoyed life with his family and friends. But he didn't stop writing plays. What can people in Stratford tell us about Shakespeare?
I can tell you that he was born on April 23rd, 1565. I'm unsure about the last date. And he died on the same day.
I know he was English. He was born in Stratford-upon-Avon. This is his house right here. He wrote a lot of plays.
Can you name any of the plays that Shakespeare wrote?
Hamlet,
As You Like It, Romeo and Juliet.
Macbeth, Midsummer's Night Dream.
Hamlet, Macbeth, Coriolanus.
Do you know the name of his wife, other than Mrs. Shakespeare?
No.
No?
No, I'll take a guess. Guinevere?
Nearly.
Anne Hathaway.
Can you remember any famous lines that Shakespeare wrote?
No.
To be or not to be?
To be
Or not to be.
all the words.
The stage.
There are 3 theatres in Stratford where you can see one of Shakespeare's plays almost every night of the year. This is the Swan Theatre, which is like a theatre from Shakespeare's day. What kind of plays did William Shakespeare write? Well, he wrote 39 plays. Some of them are comedies, for example, A Midsummer Night's Dream and A Comedy of Errors. They have happy endings.
Well run, Thisbe!
Others are stories from English history. For example, stories about the kings of England. They are very patriotic. Queen Elizabeth I often went to see them. And the others are tragedies, such as Hamlet and Macbeth. These are sad, dark stories of murder and revenge.
My lord, it comes! Angels and ministers of grace, defend us.
I am thy father's spirit.
All of his plays are translated into many different languages and are famous all over the world. Shakespeare died on his 52nd birthday in 1616. He is buried here in Holy Trinity Church, Stratford. But the characters in his plays are still with us today.
Hi guys.
Hi. What would you like to drink?
Let me get them.
No, Paolo?
I don't know what is there.
Come to the bar with me, then you can choose. David?
A pint of bitter, please.
Same for me. And some peanuts.
Anyone else for crisps or peanuts?
Some crisp, please.
What flavour?
Cheese and onion. How's that?
Right, Paolo. Soft drinks are there. The spirits are up there, gin, whiskey, and these are different kinds of beer. Lager and bitter, basically.
What's bitter?
What's bitter? That's a difficult question. Here, try it.
It's beer, but not fizzy like lager.
It's not cold. A lager, please.
Half a pint? A small one?
Yes, please.
And 2 pints of bitter, and orange juice, some cheese onion crisps, and peanuts, please.
So you and Paola?
No. Just good friends. We met when I was in Italy, remember?
Oh, right.
And 80 pence change, thank you.
Thanks. So, how did you two meet?
David stayed with my family in Rome when he was a student, and when he came home we started to write.
It was a long day. Each time twice.
Here we go.
Cheers.
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 Chinese Emperor Shen Nung discovered it nearly 5,000 years ago. The Chinese call it cha or te. Now people drink it all over the world. In Britain, it is the most popular drink. We use 12,000 million litres of water every year to make it. And the average British person drinks 3.5 cups per day, usually with milk, and sometimes with sugar.
Which do you prefer, tea or coffee?
Tea.
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 Tea. How many cups of tea do you drink a day?
About 4, I would think.
About 10.
I would say about 12 on average. Yeah.
About 4 cups a day.
About 10.
I like a nice cup of tea in the morning for to start the day, you see. And at 11:30, well, my idea of heaven is a nice cup of tea. I like a nice cup of tea with me dinner and a nice cup of tea with me tea. And when it's time for bed, there's a lot to be said for a nice cup of tea.
We make tea from this, the dried leaves of a plant called Camellia sinensis. It grows naturally in China and India. The biggest tea exporters are Sri Lanka, India, China and Kenya. They produce about 70% of the world's tea. But when did tea first come from the east to the west? In the 17th century, sailing ships from Europe travelled all over the world. In 1610, a Dutch ship brought a small box of tea from China to Holland. 40 years later, in 1650, tea arrived in Britain. Samuel Pepys, who lived in London at that time, wrote in his diary on Sunday the 25th of September 1660.
I tried a cup of tea, a China drink, of which I never drank before.
Tea became very popular. In the 19th century, the Americans designed a new type of ship to bring tea from China to the West. These ships were called tea clippers, and they were the fastest ships in the world. This is the Cutty Sark, the most famous British tea clipper. It was built in 1869. In the early 1800s, the Duchess of Bedford started the tradition of afternoon tea. She thought she'd like to have something between lunch and dinner. A cup of tea and something to eat. Fortunately, at about the same time, the Earl of Sandwich had a good idea. He put a filling between 2 pieces of bread and gave it his name. Afternoon tea quickly became a very fashionable new custom. When do you drink your tea?
Mostly morning and evening.
Morning, afternoon and before going to bed.
All the time. I work in an office, so we're always drinking tea all through the day.
In the morning, dinner times, tea time, in the evening, before I go to bed.
Throughout the day, really. Mostly in the morning.
In most factories and offices in Britain, people stop work for a few minutes in the middle of the morning and in the middle of the afternoon to have a cup of tea and maybe a biscuit. This is called a tea break, a tradition that started about 200 years ago. In the last century, some employers tried to stop the tea break. They said it made the workers lazy. But it was too late, and today millions of people look forward to their tea breaks every day. People drink more tea in Britain than in any other country. The average person drinks 1,355 cups per year. Next is Ireland, then New Zealand, Turkey and Australia. In the rest of Europe, they prefer to drink coffee.
Yes, hello. I have a return ticket to Rome. I'd like to make a reservation for my return flight.
What date do you want to travel?
Thursday, the 26th of November.
I'll just look on the computer and see what's available on that day. Is it Heathrow or Gatwick?
It's Heathrow.
1400. It arrives in Rome at 1720.
Is there a later flight?
Yes, there's one at 1725, arriving in Rome at 2050.
Yes, thank you, that's fine.
What class are you travelling?
Economy.
Is that one seat?
Yes.
I'll just book that for you. Okay, you're booked on BA 558, leaving Heathrow at 1725, arriving in Rome at 2050. It will leave from Terminal 1.
Thank you.
Could I have your surname, please?
Sorry?
Your family name.
Oh, Calvetti. That's C-A-L-V-E-T-T-I.
And could you give me a contact address and phone number in the UK, in case there's a delay or the flight is cancelled for some reason?
Yes, it's 72 Newton Drive, London SW6. The telephone number is... Oh, it's money. The telephone number is 071 649 2787.
Thank you. Could you please go to the British Airways desk at Heathrow just before you check in? The reference number for your reservation is RTU67L.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling British Airways. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Most of us think that climbing is a bit dangerous. People who climb think that it's an exciting hobby. Chris and Lucy are experienced climbers. They go climbing almost every day. But for them, it isn't a hobby, it's their job. And they don't climb mountains, they climb buildings.
This is Coventry Cathedral. It's famous for its windows, and as you can see, it's got a lot of them. Some of the windows are very big, so they're difficult to clean. That's why Chris and Lucy are here today. They're going to clean the west window. It's 22 meters high and 12 meters wide. That's 264 square meters of glass to clean on each side. That's a lot of glass.
So what are you doing then, Chris?
We're preparing the equipment.
And is this an extremely important part of the job?
Oh, it's essential. Without this equipment, we couldn't do the job, and it has to be very well prepared so that we are safe.
So what are the names of the different pieces of equipment?
This is a jammer, and we use it to clip into the rope and slide up the rope. This thing's called a rescue sender. It's a safety device, and it's very, very strong.
Good.
We use this to slide down the rope. It's called a stop.
This is a helmet, I know that much.
This helmet's essential in case anyone drops anything on you or you bang your head.
This is the most important part of the equipment, the window cleaner.
Yeah, no, feels right, doesn't need adjusting.
Now they're putting the equipment on. This is called rigging up. It's a routine. They do it the same way every time.
Okay then, if we start in the middle.
Right, I'll go out first, along. We've already set the ropes, so that shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
Lucy and Chris are planning the day's work. It's very important for them to discuss exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it.
Change ropes then.
Yeah.
And we'll come straight down. The only thing we've got to watch out for is make sure that any loose stuff like this doesn't bang through the window.
Yeah, right.
And that's it's going to be very sad to damage one of these.
They're walking across the roof of the cathedral high above the city.
Here they are at the top of the west window. They fixed some ropes to the wall yesterday, so they're ready to start immediately. Chris is making a final check of the equipment. And now he's carefully stepping off the roof onto the ropes. Lucy's got a problem. She can't open the clip. Chris is telling her what to do.
With your, hold on with your right hand and unclip with your left. And pull your right leg under you to take all your weight. Done it? Okay, you're going to stop on these two. They'll be your ropes.
This is the dangerous job. I'm holding the ropes. It's all right, I've got them.
Thanks, Michael.
Now they're coming slowly down the ropes. Chris and Lucy work for a company called Wall Walkers. Their job is to repair and clean parts of buildings that are difficult to reach. When they're working, the most important thing is safety. They look at each other all the time to check that everything is all right. They always work in pairs, never alone. And they each have 2 independent ropes, so that if, for example, one rope breaks, the other rope stops them falling. And they're cleaning the windows. It's going to be a long job.
Lucy, you missed a bit, just there.
Do you want to come up and do it?
Later.
Somebody once asked the mountaineer George Mallory why he wanted to climb Mount Everest. He replied, because it's there. Let's ask Chris and Lucy why they like climbing.
Do you like this job?
I love it. It's great fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what other buildings do you climb?
Offices, monuments.
Church towers, anything at all, any building.
All right. Why do you like it?
It's great fun being high up.
I enjoy the climbing, the problem solving. Every job is different, every job is difficult, and you have to try and solve that problem.
Wouldn't you like a normal job in a nice warm office somewhere?
No.
Oh no, not at all.
Well, all right, when you finish this, you can come and clean my windows.
It would be a pleasure.
There's a lot of dirt on this window, and it's very difficult to clean. It's very cold up here, and it's a long way down. I wouldn't like to do this every day, would you? Excuse me.
Tower of London.
Are you sure we can't help?
No, there's nothing to do.
Tower Bridge.
London.
Okay, it's ready.
Oh, that looks lovely.
A big piece for you then, Paula. Could you get the vegetables, please, Fee?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Steak and kidney pie. Typically English, especially for you.
Thank you very much.
Paolo cooked me a wonderful Italian dish last week, spaghetti carbonara. No, spaghetti with bacon and eggs. That was okay, though.
Is that enough for you?
Please, do start.
Thanks.
It's delicious.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. John's a good cook when he tries.
Don't listen to her, Paula. She's worried that I'm a better cook than her.
More wine, anybody?
Could I have some mineral water, please?
How much longer are you here, Paula?
Oh, only until next Thursday, unfortunately.
Would you like some more trifle, Paula?
Yes, please.
David, can you finish this last bit?
No, thanks. I couldn't really.
Oh, go on, David. There's only a little bit there.
Oh, okay then. Thanks.
Coffee, everybody.
Yes, please. That was absolutely delicious. Thanks very much.
Yes, thank you. It was lovely. You are a very good cook, John. That smells good. A cappuccino machine. Where did you get that?
I bought it yesterday in town, but I haven't learned how to use it properly yet.
Ah. Thanks. Not bad for a beginner. I brought the newspapers. The Independent for me, Il Giornale for you.
Shall we go for a walk when we've had our coffee?
Yes, but can I make a phone call first?
Of course.
I'll reverse the charges.
You don't need to.
I'm going to call Italy.
Okay then.
International Operator Service.
I'd like to make a reverse charge call to Rome, please.
Can I have the area code and number, please?
The area code is 06 and the number is 586-8246.
What number are you calling from?
Bath 622398.
What's your name, please?
Calvetti, Paola Calvetti.
Thank you.
Daniel, hello. It's me, Paola. Fine, fine. Yes, I'm having a great time. Thanks. I'm glad you think my English has improved. And listen, Daniel, I'm flying back to Italy on Thursday. Can you meet me at the airport? 8:50 in the evening. BA 558. Yes, see you on Thursday. And thank you very much. Ciao, Daniel.
Who was that?
Oh, Daniel, a friend of mine in Rome.
Is he British then?
Oh, no, he's American.
And what does he do?
He teaches English at Rome University.
Oh. go out?
Yes, it is my last day in Bath.
Yeah, I know.
So lovely here. I don't really want to go home.
Of course you do. Think of the coffee and the pasta. And this Daniel, he's going to meet you at the airport, is he?
Huh?
Have you known him for a long time?
Oh yes, quite a long time, 2 or 3 years.
Is he your boyfriend then?
David, don't be silly. He is the boyfriend of my best friend, Antonella. You'll meet them both when you come to Rome at Easter.
I look forward to that. Come on, let's go home. I'll make you another cappuccino.
Okay, but this time in the cup and not in the saucer, okay?
Okay.